Hey everyone, if you all new here, welcome to the Cozy Cauldron, and if you're returning, then welcome back. So today we're doing a reading on this upcoming full moon, the Hunter's Moon, which is in Taurus. It's also a partial lunar eclipse, which is really cool. And we're just asking the question of what messages does this upcoming full moon have for you? So I shuffled the Moonology deck to get a card for each group. For group 1, we've got full moon in Virgo. For group 2, we have new moon. And for group 3, we have full moon in Taurus, which I think is funny. So feel free to take as much time as you need to meditate, to pick whichever pile feels right. You can pick more than one, you can pick all three. There's no hard rules to this. And I will be starting off with pile 1. Hey group 1, if you all chose the full moon in Virgo card, which says you are good enough, then this is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here, and I'll get started off with some tarot cards. So today I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot, and let's just, ask the question of what messages does this upcoming full moon have for you? Ooh, got the Page of Wands. Get a few more. The Ten of Pentacles. The Fool card. Oh, you guys have some awesome cards. Let's get one more. And the King of Swords. Okay. Let's grab some Oracle cards now. I recently got this Chocolate Lovers deck. I know you guys probably know Charmed Intuition Tarot. She often would use this deck, and I always wanted to get it. I finally got it, and I used it in my last video. And I've been loving it so far. So, group 1, full moon messages. Oop. A lot just jumped out. Let's try that again. Group 1. Full moon messages for group 1. Hopefully not 3 cards at once. There we go. Okay, 2 cards. We'll take 2 cards. Salted caramel and chocolate topping. Just says flow and indecision. Okay. Let's grab a Greenwich Oracle deck. Our card. Group 1. My messages. Wholeness, Black Mulberry. Okay, and finally, I just want to grab a self-care card because I feel like everyone needs a little self-care. So, group 1, messages from. Oh, that flew out. Let me grab that. Landed on the floor. Okay, you got abundance planning, which is pretty cool if you're a Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Now, I'm just going to rearrange these slightly so everything's nice and in frame. And then just give me a second to breathe in, take in the messages, and then we'll get started with your reading. Okay, group 1, so one thing I'm definitely seeing for your messages is sort of an encouragement to step outside of your comfort zone and go towards something or try to achieve something. Because with the you are good enough, the Fool and the Page of Wands, it's almost like you've been thinking in your head that, there's something you want to do or change or something new, but there's a lot of fear around it, mostly based on, I'm getting the word control, like controlling situations, if you can control the situation or not, as well as just, wondering if you are going to be able to achieve it, if it will be successful. There's a bit of worry about your own abilities and being able to bring something to fruition. Because this Ten of Pentacles and this Black Mulberry, it's making me think of like, overall great abundance and success, and like you've reached the pinnacle of that thing you were trying to start, but you're not sure if you can get to that point. It's something you want, it's something you can envision, but you're kind of doubting yourself and worried about it. Now, with the abundance planning and the pentacles and stuff, and the Black Mulberry, I'm getting very strong, just like pentacles abundance energy from this Black Mulberry card. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting that this thing that you want to start, it could have to do with like something you're passionate about that could become like monetarily good for you. Like, one thing that's popping up is writing novels. If you're someone that's interested in writing books, that could be something that you're being encouraged to go with the flow with and pursue despite worries about, will I be successful? Stuff like that. I feel like there's something you want to create that you have a very deep passion about inside, but you haven't really started it yet, and you're not sure how it will turn out. With this King of Swords and the Flow card, I'm getting the sense that you may be someone who likes to have control over situations. But this specific situation is out of your control. Like the outcome, you can only do so much. The outcome is partially not in your control, and that kind of, I think, can scare you a little bit. I'm also getting that maybe part of this is letting go of control to like the universe in terms of manifestation. So maybe you're reaching a point where, in terms of manifestation of something, you really need to let go, and maybe you have a hard time doing that. Because with this Salted Caramel Flow card, I'm really getting that you need to go with the flow in the situation. Just if you have problems that pop up or changes in the plan, like unexpected changes in your plan, try to keep a calm state of mind with it and just go with it and see where it takes you, how it changes things. That's one thing I'm getting. But yeah, I don't think you've started this yet. I think you're like with this chocolate topping indecision. I feel like you're looking at it and you're being encouraged to go, but there's this sort of reserved nature. This King of Swords, I'm getting more like reserved energy, like you want to be in control of the situation. But I think it comes from, like I was saying, a sort of like insecurity of, you don't want it to go wrong. You're worried that what if you don't have what it takes to make it successful? But I'm getting told that you do have what it takes to make it successful. And part of what it takes to make this thing that you're trying to do successful is by going with the flow. So it's almost like you're being asked to sort of let go overall with this full moon messages, which is really cool because full moons often have to do with release and letting go of things that no longer serve you. And for this, it's kind of asking you to release a mindset of control over a situation, or like trying to plan everything out, every minute detail, and not starting. I'm getting that you're being asked to kind of take on the mind of a student, because I feel like you're very experienced and some areas, but this thing that you want to achieve or do is something you're not super experienced in. And I think that can make you really nervous. But you're being asked to, set down the King of Swords role and take on this Page of Wands role where you really focus on curiosity and learning, making mistakes, learning from them, and really just diving into the learning process. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but, you know, you're just sort of being encouraged to start off, just take that one first step. Just take that one first step with the Fool here. For example, if you want to write a book, I don't know why that situation keeps popping in my head, but if you want to write a book, take that first step of, like planning out the plot line, or just if you have that already planned out, just start writing it down. Even if it's not good at first, just write it down. One thing that's actually popping up strongly, I'm very focused on this writing. I don't know why, but there's this thing that happens. I'm not sure if it's worldwide, it's in the US. It's called NaNoWriMo, where November is National Writing Month. And basically, it's a free organization. You sign up, make an account, and throughout November, you try your best to write a novel or part of a novel within the month of November. And it's essentially just a community that, you can be around as you try and work towards this goal of yours. And there's support and people that can help out. So, as I am focusing on writing for some reason, if that is something that you want to do or create, maybe you can check that out because November is about to come up. Now, if it's not that, writing, I'm overall getting just something that you're passionate about, that could be creative, that you could make a living out of, or you would want to make a living out of. So, yeah, you're definitely being told that you can do it. You're worried that you won't be able to achieve it, but the way you will achieve it is by going with the flow and sort of letting go of your previous knowledge and just embracing the new. Now, I want to read the You Are Good Enough card. So let's grab the booklet. Let's see. Okay. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flashy, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The Full Moon and Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details, and hard work brings results. I like how it says, analyzing yourself to see how you got to where you are will help you make your next decision, because this indecision card is popping out to me a lot, which I find it interesting that you have this indecision card with this King of Swords. But yeah, I think analyzing yourself and how you're talking to yourself about this thing, your internal dialogue, how does it sound? Really try and pay attention to that, and maybe you could pick up that, you are in a habit of maybe talking down to yourself a bit, or really being like, oh, that would never happen. And if you notice that, think about, what may have caused that mindset and how you can maybe help get out of that mindset. Excuse me. But yeah, so definitely some self-reflection during this full moon will be really helpful in you making the decision or stepping forward like you want to. Now, I want to read these cards too because they're newer for me, and I just think they're so fun. So let me pick up Salted Caramel Chocolate. Are you resisting the flow? Do you feel overwhelmed or afraid at this time? Are you trying to be strong, or are you being overly hard on yourself or others? The key is to avoid trying to control the situation. Find the strength you desire in trust, faith, and being more flexible. Yeah, so it's like I was saying is you need to let go of control with this. This is a new thing for you. You're not going to be an expert and you're not going to be amazing at it to begin with. I'm getting perfectionism energy, and trust me, I get it. I myself have a really hard time sometimes learning new skills because I'm a huge perfectionist myself, and sometimes I have that mindset where if I'm not successful immediately, I don't want to do it. But you're being, this is something you want to do, and you're really being asked to let go of that control and just learn to be okay with messing up. So here's a thing you can say to yourself. I don't know why every time I read these, I can never remember what the word is that I'm looking for. I don't know if it's mantra or affirmation. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, here's an affirmation you can say to yourself. I find my trust in the process of life. I am fluid, mindful, and accepting of situations and circumstances that come my way, and I understand in the bigger meaning of life. So, yeah, it's just overall, as hard as it can be, try to go with the flow more. If something happens that's unexpected, try and figure out how you can incorporate that into your plan or adjust your plan around it. Now, chocolate topping. It says, indecision is in the air right now, and you may find it difficult to settle or decide on the best way to handle a situation, because you can see both sides of an argument as being equally valid, and you may feel stuck because of confusion or doubt. Impartiality is needed. It is important to take a step back and see where changes can be made or where the opinions of others need to be considered. And the affirmation is, I am open to the suggestions of others without compromising my own integrity. Interesting. Maybe one part that could help you a bit in, finding your confidence and figuring out the steps to take, maybe it could be, talking to those around you who are supportive and be like, hey, I want to do this thing. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm not sure where to start. You could also reach out to people who are doing what you want to do. I know that can feel pretty nerve-wracking too, but usually people are really friendly and, are down to talk about, their story. So just ask, hey, I want to be where you are. How did you get started? And you may get some really good advice. Now, I'm in a reading mood today, so I want to read The Black Mulberry too. What I'm mostly getting from it intuitively before I read it is a lot to do with just overall abundance and success coming your way. But let's see what the booklet says. Yeah, I'm very strongly tying it with the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. So it says, everything should be coming together at present in projects and plans. The completion of something is indicative of black mulberries, and the energy of this fruit asks you to put your knowledge and skills to the test. Balance and stability are present, and from this foundation, the possibilities are expanding. Setbacks, delays, and miscommunications are challenges to watch out for. Interesting. I like how it mentions the setbacks and delays. That could be part of what you need to go with the flow with, is you may have setbacks or delays with what you want to do, and you just need to take on this go with the flow attitude whenever they pop up, and that's how you can resolve them. I also like how it says the completion of something is indicated, because I feel like you have reached a point of planning and planning and planning, and it's time to start. Like, the completion of planning is done. It's time to start doing the thing or starting the project. I like how it says asks you to put your knowledge and skills to the test, because that definitely feels like something that you may be worrying about with You're Good Enough is, the things I've been working on to do this project, I really have to test myself. Will I be able to do this? And I'm really getting that you will be able to. It's a lot of fear that just needs to be addressed and let go of, so to say. Now, for this abundance planning, self-care that you can do for, the next week or so, whenever you watch this reading or on the full moon, could be abundance planning. Maybe the project or thing you want to create or do. You know, I'm getting the strong sense that it has an effect on the monetary part of your life. Maybe doing some abundance planning or manifestation. I'm more so getting weirdly like abundance manifestation from this. Maybe that could be something that is helpful and a nice act of self-care as you go through this process of, taking that step of faith and, taking on the role of a student and really just trying. Yeah, group one, I think this is all I see for you all today. Overall, nice message. Like I said, it's easier said than done to dispel fear. But basically, what you're being asked to do is take on the role of someone who is a curious student, go with the flow, make sure you're speaking kindly to yourself, understand it's time to take the step forward. It will be successful, and, have more faith in yourself. This will turn out well. But yeah, group one, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like my other videos. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye! Hey group 2, if you all chose the new moon card which says a new start is coming, then this is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here, and let's get started off with some tarot cards. So today I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot. We're just asking the question of what messages does this upcoming full moon have for you? What messages do you need to hear? Oh, okay. 2 cards flew out. You got the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Let's get 2 more. Two more cards. Ooh, that was loud. I'll have to probably quiet that down in editing. Cards for you guys are being very theatrical. Let's see. Knight of Wands. Ooh, and the 5 of Cups. Okay. Now let's grab some oracle cards. Start off with this Chocolate Lovers deck I recently got for my last video. I've been really enjoying it. I've wanted to get it for so long. I saw it on Charmed Intuition Tarot's channel, and I finally got my hands on them, and they've been so on point lately. So yeah, group 2's full moon messages. You got organic chocolate, which says free spirit. I want to get one more because the first group had 2 come up. Chocolate sprinkles, which says party animal. This is an interesting pairing so far of cards. Okay, let's grab a Greenwich Oracle card. You got Vitality, which is the fig. Okay, and the last card we'll get is a self-care card. To so many messages. Self-care. Ground yourself. Okay. Now I'm just going to rearrange a little bit. Um, just want to make sure everything's nice and in frame for you all. Okay. Now, give me a second to breathe in, take in the messages, and then we'll get started with your reading. Okay, group 2. So, one thing I'm really seeing is that you have either gone through a significant change in some sort of relationship, or you are about to initiate a significant change in some sort of relationship or situation. I'm really drawn to the Seven of Swords and Five of Cups in comparison to the Eight of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. I feel like recently you may have learned something about someone in your life that maybe really disappointed you, made you feel betrayed. And there's sort of this sense of the situation cannot go back to the way it was due to this sort of sneaking around that happened, like, withholding stuff. That's kind of what this Five of Cups I'm feeling is mostly about, is like you're feeling the sadness and loss of the situation, but, you're getting a lot of encouraging messages of, hey, a new start is coming. You're getting the time you need, like the free time you need to focus on yourself and things that you're passionate about. Now, this could apply to any relationship or situation. It could be a job situation where you're like, wow, that was, something I didn't know was happening, and I feel like that was a scummy thing to do. Or I'm getting strongly, it could be a romantic relationship or a friend where they maybe did something behind your back and, it was really hurtful. But what I'm really getting is that, as hard as it is, that stuff was probably happening for a while and it's now been brought to light for you. And now you can finally work on releasing it. So this could have happened recently or a bit ago. But yeah, you're getting a lot of encouragement to move on from this situation and really focus on yourself. The song that keeps coming to mind for me is Flowers by Miley Cyrus, where she's like, oh, I can buy myself flowers. I can do all these things for myself. I can love myself better than you can. That's just very strong energy that I'm getting for you, is that you are entering a phase of focusing on yourself and what makes you happy. Especially with this free spirit and party animal, I feel like you're really just focusing on yourself and the things that you want to do. Now, with this party animal, that could include maybe you going out more and whatnot, but I'm sort of more so getting it as like a generalized thing of you are doing things that are fun. So if you're not interested in like partying and going to clubs and whatnot, I'm more so getting it as you are becoming someone with really vibrant energy that attracts people in, and you are enjoying yourself. So you're being asked to, for this full moon, to work on letting go of this situation, like sort of, have an understanding that you can't control other people and their actions. It's not your fault what another person did to you. You're not responsible for their behavior. And, take your time to process the emotions and go through it. But, remember, you've got these cups behind you still that are perfectly fine and upright and not spilled. So, yeah, some advice that you're really getting as you go through the situation is like start new hobbies is one thing I'm getting. With this Eight of Pentacles and Knight of Wands, it's almost like with the ending of this situation or relationship, you suddenly have so much more free time. And it's like you're being shown to yourself how much more life like is enjoyable when you do things that you love, because I'm getting the sense that maybe for this situation, like I said, it could be a career, it could be friendship or romantic relationship. I feel like you maybe gave up a lot of things that you would normally enjoy in order to, like, you compromised a lot of things. And now you kind of have that freedom of just yourself and to do whatever you want to do. So, you're really being encouraged to sort of find yourself, so to say, not to be cheesy about it, but a new start is coming, like this new moon says, and embrace it. If you've always wanted to learn painting or if you want to get back into painting, take some classes for it. Or if you have wanted to learn to dance, that's one thing that's come up with Party Animal. If you've always wanted to learn how to dance, maybe take some dancing classes. If you want to go off and move somewhere else or go on like backpacking excursions, do it. Because I'm getting that you have the freedom now to pursue these things. It's kind of just realizing that you can do it now. I'm also getting this vitality and ground yourself. I feel like not only are you pursuing things, or you should be pursuing things that you feel really passionate about and you enjoy, but I feel like you're also being encouraged to put a lot of love and care into your physical well-being and your emotional well-being. So intuitively reading this vitality card and looking at these figs, I'm thinking of you making food for yourself that's really nutritious and delicious. So I don't mean like super healthy food that tastes bad. I mean like you make a home cooked meal for yourself that you enjoy, that has all sorts of things that you love, and it's also just really good for you because it's made from, scratch, made from home, and it's got, your love poured into it. I'm also getting that as you go through this and you work on, I guess, like finding yourself again and your independence, it's really important that you ground yourself a lot. So, walk around barefoot, do some grounding exercises. One thing that I'm always reminded of when I see her and the way she's sitting with the roots, I'm always reminded of this grounding exercise I had learned, and it's always worked really well for me. So I'll quickly mention it just in case you're interested. But basically, what you do is you sit on the ground outside, something like hard ground, with your tailbone touching the ground. You close your eyes, you breathe, and you imagine from your tailbone a sort of like string of energy or a tail reaching down into the earth and going down until it reaches the core of the earth, a little ball at the core of the earth. And then imagine that string of energy or a tail, whatever you imagine it wrapping around the core of the earth. And then imagine your energy flowing into the core and the energy of the earth flowing into you through that line. So visualize this and breathe through it. And once you feel done and grounded, get up and, at least for me, I always feel a difference after I do that exercise. I always feel so much more present. So that could be something that, you could do. Now, I want to read the card for the book for A New Start is Coming. So let me grab that. Just new moon in general. Let's see. I always have a hard time finding the things in this book that I'm looking for, so I may need to skip ahead. Okay, there it is. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is a time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. I like how it mentions that, like, if the situation has become toxic, something new is coming, because with this Seven of Swords and Five of Cups, I definitely feel like some sort of situation has become, not good for you anymore. It's become just upsetting and secretive. So you have new wonderful things coming your way. You just got to remind yourself of that and try and keep a positive attitude and, go through and do things that you enjoy as you recover from this Seven of Swords, Five of Cups situation. Now, like I said, I'm new with the chocolate lovers cards, so I love reading them right now, so I'm going to flip them over. Let's read the organic chocolate. It says, embrace the wild, free-natured, hippie side of yourself and indulge in something decadent and delicious. Organic chocolate embodies the essence of lovers, not the fighters, the peacemakers, the flower children, and the free spirits. Maybe it's time to take off your clothes and dance naked in the rain. Let down your hair, walk barefoot through the grass, or wear rainbow colors and flowers in your hair. Let your spirit run free and remove all sense of restriction from your life. And your affirmation is, I rejoice in the freedom life has given me. Yeah, so I definitely get the sense that you have this sort of new sense of freedom coming in. Like, yeah, this situation that has ended or will be ending, it feels kind of sad to leave it behind, but it's bringing in such a new, refreshing chapter for you in your life. So, yeah, maybe, I like how it says walk barefoot and you've got the ground yourself. So, maybe definitely, if you have a place that's safe to walk around barefoot, that could be something you could do. Just, I'm also getting from that, like, connecting more so with your spiritual side as well. So, one thing that's coming up is meditation retreats. I don't know why. So, maybe that could be something sort of like self care that you could do for yourself. Let's read chocolate sprinkles now. It says, this card signifies a time of festivity and merrymaking. People are openly enjoying your happy, vibrant, enthusiastic energy, which is all around you at this time. Hit the dance floor, plan a school reunion or a party, or organize a fundraiser. Your energy is captivating and contagious, so being the center of attention will serve you well. It is what your soul needs right now. And the affirmation is, my inner child wants to play, and I listen to its needs and honor them. Yeah, like you have a really wonderful energy about you, or you will be having a really wonderful energy about you. It's like I said, that sense of freedom. It's sort of, yeah, this situation maybe felt disappointing or sad, but then you have the realization of you can do anything you want now, and you start doing that, and as a result, you attract new people into your life that are wonderful and match your energy. And so this thing that happened, someone or a situation showing its true colors, hard thing to go through, but it really overall was for the best, because now the doors are opening for so much better to come in, better relationships, better ways of like treating yourself and doing things in your life. Now, I want to read the vitality card. I've been in a reading mood today. I've just been enjoying the messages that the books have. So, but I like to give my intuitive reading of it first too. And what I was really getting from this fig is you're being encouraged to physically and mentally take care of yourself, whether it be making home cooked meals, going on walks, nourishing yourself in any way you can think of, both in ways that you enjoy and also things that are just overall good for you. So that's what I'm getting intuitively for encouragement is, nourish yourself, make yourself delicious food, go on walks, things like that. But let's see what the book says. It says, Fig will show you that you can and should look at what you have and what is going on with new eyes. Every single day gives us all the chance of a fresh beginning. Oh my gosh, that's so... What? Fresh beginning, new stars coming. Okay. But you will need to jump up and work for it. New life experiences are on offer, and clarity will shine upon opportunities as well. Someone may be about to bring trouble into your sphere, so make sure you protect yourself. Oh, wow. Okay, that's so interesting. Someone may be about to bring trouble into your sphere with the Seven of Swords and stuff. So yeah, definitely this is coming up. If you are into this kind of stuff, or do it. Maybe do like a protective spell for yourself, or wear certain gemstones that help you feel like protective. Like, definitely put some sort of protection around you to ward off people who just don't have the best intentions for you. But I love how it says, you know, a fresh beginning. Every single day gives us a chance for a fresh beginning, but you need to jump up and, go for it. So yeah, it's kind of like you're getting all these new opportunities, but just make sure you don't get caught up in the Five of Swords, sadness. Obviously, I don't mean like, obviously work through your emotions, but don't get stuck in them. So as you work through your emotions and let go of this situation, keep your eye out for the new opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, the new fun relationships and projects and things that you could do. Keep an open mind. But yeah, group 2, this is all I'm seeing for you. Overall, it's a really positive reading. Yes, this situation is happening or already happened, but just know it's going to be so much brighter and better at the end of it. And this full moon upcoming is really asking you to work on letting go of this situation that's no longer good. And with this Knight of Wands and Eight of Pentacles, really focus on yourself, working on yourself, taking care of yourself, and just, being more of a free spirit, finding yourself. But yeah, group 2, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I would appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like my other videos. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye! Hey group 3, if you all chose the full moon in Taurus, which says your dreams need a practical plan, then this is your reading. I think it's so funny that, because the next full moon, which I'm doing the reading for, is in Taurus. And for your group, the card that came out was full moon in Taurus, which I thought was a pretty cool coincidence. So let's get started off with some tarot cards. I'm doing the Everyday Witch Tarot today. Just asking the question of what messages, you already have a card, Nine of Swords. Right. What messages does the full moon have for you? You got the Six of Cups. Ooh, you got the World. Let's get one more card. Ooh. And you got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get started off with some Oracle cards. I've got this Chocolate Lovers deck that I have been really loving lately. I saw it for a long time on Charmed Intuitions tarot's channel. She always had it in a lot of her readings, and I always wanted it. Finally got it, and I used it in my last reading, and I have just been loving it. So the messages have been so accurate. Group 3's full moon messages. Full moon messages. Oop, you got chocolate chip cookie, which says manifestation. And let's get one more. Oh, that very dramatically flew out. This is chalk orange, which says exotic. Okay. Let's grab Greenwich Oracle card. These full moon messages. You got divination, which is chives. Now, one last card. We'll get a self-care card, and then we can get started. Victories. Full moon messages. Oh, okay. 1 second. A few cards jumped out very dramatically, and they landed on the floor. So let me just grab them really quick. Okay. You got two self-care cards that jumped out. Deep breathing and burning bowl ritual. So let me just put these down, and then I'm going to take a second to move the cards a little bit to try and get everything in frame. I may move them again later, we'll see. But yeah, just give me a second to breathe in, take in the messages, and then I'll get started with your reading. Okay, group 3. So one thing I'm really seeing for you that's coming in very strongly is the divination, manifestation, whatnot. I feel like you're delving into your spiritual side more, or you're being encouraged to delve into your spiritual side and work on your abilities. Because I feel like you are probably very talented with divination, or you have the innate ability to be very talented with different types of divination. So here they've got the crystal ball for like scrying, but you could also like be really good at tarot or palmistry. There's many different types. And it could also just be like manifestation, like you have a very strong talent for manifestation, or all of the above. But one thing I'm definitely getting is very strong encouragement for you to sort of look deeper into these skills and abilities that you have. Because one thing that I find interesting is this Nine of Swords compared to everything else, which is so, I guess, lovely. I wonder if you, and this could be very specific, but I wonder if you have some sort of like anxiety or nervousness around like divination or spirituality, like doing it yourself. Because there's something happening that you're getting a lot of restlessness and nervousness and anxiety around. Like you're not sleeping at night, it makes you feel very anxious. Thankfully, I see, this is coming to an end though, but I feel like this could be from like past connotations with divination and more spirituality. Like maybe in the past you were taught that more divination things, maybe they're negative or they're not good. Um, you know, Sometimes that can be taught, especially depending on where you live in the world. And I feel like you could be working through breaking out of that. Now, if that's not the case for you, because like I said, it could be very specific, I'm sort of just saying overall, perhaps you have been having a blockage, a really anxious time, this Nine of Swords that's been blocking your intuition and your abilities. But, with the burning bowl ritual in the world, this full moon upcoming is really asking you to take all of these fears that you have, things that are causing you to experience this Nine of Swords, and do your best to banish them and let go of them. And you may want to try a burning bowl ritual on this upcoming full moon. Whenever I do a burning bowl ritual, I always try and do them on full moons. And essentially, what you do is you write down everything that you no longer want in your life, whether it be certain ways of thinking, people, situations, things like that. You write them all down, what you want to let go of, and then you burn that piece of paper, and it's sort of symbolic in that, hey, with it being burnt, it's gone, it's been let go. So that could be something that's really helpful for you, and that you're being encouraged to do for this full moon is to actively write down these fears and these things that are making you feel this Nine of Swords and really symbolically, let them go. Because with the Six of Cups, I'm getting strongly for you to connect back with your inner child. Oftentimes, the Six of Cups can talk about like meeting people from the past or people from the past coming back in. And maybe that could be something happening. But what I'm getting more strongly is an encouragement for you to sort of nurture your inner child and go back to that sort of childlike way of viewing certain situations. What I mean by that is there's always a saying that children are more open to things happening around them. Children can see spirits more easily. They're very in tune psychically because they haven't reached that point where it's been ingrained in their head that those things don't exist and they need to be logical. And I get the strong sense that you're being encouraged to try and embody that way of thinking again. Nurture your inner child and really try and keep an open mind to things. Yeah, I can't let go of the divination part with the manifestation, the Eight of Pentacles. I really feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like very strongly you're being encouraged to delve into it and practice it. Maybe this is something that you have been interested in for a while, but you haven't taken the step to, start practicing. I'm going to read this Full Moon in Taurus card really quick. Let's see what it has to say. Your dreams need a practical plan. Let's see. Oops, I went too far. Okay. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. Sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. Interesting. I like how it says weave a bit of magic, be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination. That's what I feel like you need to do right now. I'm getting very strongly this like magical sense where you need to incorporate the more magical aspects into your whatever you're doing or your life. Let's see. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the law of attraction to draw on what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Interesting. Yeah, one thing I'm getting strongly is, I feel like you don't have a problem with taking the practical steps necessarily, unless this Nine of Swords situation, if it's giving you so much anxiety that you're not taking steps, that could definitely, be something that you need to do. Not only manifest, but also take the actions to make it happen. But what I'm more so getting is that there's an opposite need of balance. Like, you need to bring in more magic, so to say, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you have all the practicality, but you need the magic. That's what I'm getting really strongly. Let's read these chocolate lovers cards because they're new and I've been really enjoying reading them. So let's start with chocolate chip cookie. It says, this card signifies a time of action, activity, and fun. Embrace your outgoing, energetic nature at this time and be the life of the party. That's really interesting because I feel like that's very strongly connected with Six of Cups. It's like embrace this sort of outgoing, fun, fearless energy that children often embody. Which is interesting because I don't know about you all, but I always like associate chocolate chip cookies with my childhood. So, but yeah, it says this is a card of great potential and prosperity and heralds a time that you will see your What? Sorry, one second. This is a card of great potential and prosperity and heralds a time that you will see you manifest your heart's desires. Okay, I don't know why I was having such a hard time reading that part. Keep the positive vibes alive that are inspiring and motivating you at this time. Your manifestation skills are ripe, so keep believing in yourself and dream big. And the affirmation is, I manifest my life the way I want it to be. Prosperity, success, and abundance come naturally to me. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like you're just in a really good place right now to do divination and manifestation, but something about this Nine of Swords, you feel very like standoffish to doing it yourself. Like, I don't think you're against the whole idea of it because, I mean, if you're watching this video, you're clearly not, but something about you doing it makes you nervous. Let's read the chocolate orange card. It says, variety is the spice of life. If you're someone who gets bored easily, change direction and tap into more eclectic and exotic tastes the world has to offer in order to find new ways to inspire yourself. Perhaps it's time to give something new a try, even if it feels strange or a bit out of reach. Okay, sorry. Maybe it's time for an adventure or a change of some sort. Move your furniture around, buy a new car, join a new circle of friends, or take an unplanned trip overseas. Avoid stagnation, spontaneity is the key. And the affirmation is, I'm open to trying new things in life. I embrace new experiences. I create exciting adventures in my life. Okay, yeah, I feel like this definitely feels like a very specific reading, but what I'm really strongly getting is that you have this sort of anxiety or fear around your spiritual side and the divine. Like maybe you have a sort of anxiety that causes blockages with connecting with your intuition and your manifestation and whatnot. Like when I read this, I definitely felt like more so you're good on the practical part, but the magic part, you have like a wall up. And one thing that will really help you bring that wall down, and because you're really being encouraged to connect with your inner child and really get back into that, what's the word I'm looking for? Get back into that like non-judgmental way of viewing the world. So you're really being asked this whole moon to let go or work on trying to let go this sort of like fear and blockage around your intuition. And by like doing a burning bowl ritual or, things like that. You're also being encouraged to start taking the steps to practice this stuff, like, for example, divination. Because with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you're being encouraged to start the study or start learning. Now, I understand it's way easier said than done to like let go of fears or anxiety or things like that. But, it's not usually always an overnight process. It takes steps. So you can always take the first step by, in this upcoming full moon, doing this burning bowl ritual, writing down your fears and just trying to keep an open mind and burning the things you want to let go of. And then maybe get a book on something you've been interested in learning about with divination, maybe runes or tarot, and just, give it a try. Another thing that is sticking out with this Nine of Swords is the deep breathing. One thing that might be really helpful for you is deep breathing, different breathing exercises. I know on YouTube there's probably a lot of different like breathing exercises for videos that you can follow along with. I know it sounds silly, but it really does help. I have pretty bad anxiety myself, and I always seem to forget that I just need I need to breathe. Like it won't fix everything, but it does help. So just remember to breathe as you go through these processes. Now, one last thing I want to do is read the divination card, because intuitively looking at it, I'm getting the sense that like you're in a very highly attuned like psychic like situation right now. Like your abilities are very highly attuned, but there's a blockage, and you're being asked to like study and work on this part of yourself that I feel like you've maybe neglected. But let's see what the book says. Okay. It says, "You are the master of your own free will, aligned with the divine, and at present energies are strong deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully." That's probably one of the shortest ones I've seen for the description. I want to read the divination spell for you, so let's go over that. It says, "Follow these instructions to create a powerful Green Witch divination reading tool. Clear an area before you and have the person the reading is for, you or another person, hold a bunch of chives. Think about the area of their life they are seeking clarity with or the question they have. Throw the chives into the air and interpret the patterns formed when they fall." Interesting. Yeah, group 3, I'm definitely getting, it's a unique reading, but I'm definitely getting, you're being very strongly encouraged to explore your more spiritual side, the divination side, get back in touch with that childlike sense of wonder and non-judgment, work on letting go of any anxieties or fears associated with doing this kind of stuff, and understand that you're in a really powerful mindset right now for manifestation and divination. It's just, overcoming this obstacle. Yeah, group 3, this is all I'm seeing for you all. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like my other videos. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye!